Hi, it's Andy again. Quick video, just rounding up my new release purchases in February 2023. Now, this month, in terms of brand new releases of new music, I've only actually bought one. It's not been a brilliant month for that, but there again, over the whole year, I don't want to buy too many because I can't afford it. So I'm going to pick that one, but also there are two amongst a load of other records I've ended up buying this month. But this is really highlighting new releases. So I've got the one new one and a couple of reissues which were released this month, which I've been waiting for ages. Pre-ordered months ago, really important ones to me, so I thought I'd highlight those. Anyway, let's get going with the new release, and that is from a band from New Jersey, which has been around since the mid-80s, I think 84, 85, something like that. And I'm talking about, and I've got to look at this because I always pronounce it wrong. It's Yo La Tengo, not as I always call it, Yo La Tango. And it's their new album. I believe this is their 17th, it's something like that. I've not counted them, but I remember reading somewhere, and if memory serves, it's about their 17th studio album. So very prolific, been around for donkey's years. It's on Matador, so they're still on a big label, so they're selling. Great band, very reliable, and this is a real. This is one of their best albums for many years, and it's called This Stupid World. By the way, I looked up, when I was looking up Yo La Tengo a few weeks ago, I noticed that the name, somebody posted a question, what does Yo La Tengo mean? And apparently it's Spanish for I have it, which is supposedly some sort of anecdote to do with baseball, and a Hispanic player many years ago used to shout that when he was going for the ball, apparently. Know nothing about baseball, so I may have that wrong, but anyway, there you go. And this album is on three sides, but there's a caveat to that. So you've got three songs on side one, 4 on side 2, and 3 on side 2. And for once, they've not taken the lazy approach, which I really hate, where they just etch the fourth side. And I always feel shortchanged when I buy a double LP, because you always end up paying more for it, and it's you've got one side completely missing. So they've added, for what it's worth, they've put a roughly 7-8 minute untitled instrumental on the fourth side, so at least there's something on there. And Yo La Tengo, I ought to say, while we're talking about the album itself, it's resplendent in a sort of blue, almost semi-transparent vinyl. So, Yo La Tengo, I mean, I'm sure most people must come across them. They've been around for so long and produced so much stuff. This is the first time I've actually bought a vinyl copy. I've got a few of their records, a handful maybe, in digital formats, which I've sort of picked up over the years. Download, not stream. They're really good. Indie guitar-based music. There's a husband and wife affair in there. It's essentially 3 or 4 consistents over the years, of which there's the married couple. I don't know the names off the top, and they do some nice harmonies as well in there. It's, as I say, it's good indie rock standards. There's a bit of shoegaze in there. There's some nice harmonies. If I had to sum this album up, which as I say is one of their best, I've possibly the best of the ones I've got, and from the reviews I read, which prompted me to get it, Pitchfork gave it an 8.5. So anything over 8 is their very high standards. And to me, it's almost like a band who are comfortable in themselves, not so much comfortable to not bother, but comfortable enough to let go a bit and see where it will take them. They're challenging themselves, but from a solid base. So good album. Interested to see where it will come. I confess, I really like it. I doubt it will be in my top 5 at the end of the year, though. So it's not wowed me, but I've enjoyed it. Let's put it like that. I don't know. That doesn't sound like faint praise, because it's not intended to be. It's a good album. Anyway, let's look at the couple of reissues that I've got, and these are really important to me. And I'm talking about the first 2 Mogwai albums. Their debut from '97, I think, is Young Team, Mogwai Young Team, which is in a sort. Well, it's supposed to be blue, but it's almost a bit turquoisey. So double, great album. The standout track on there's lots of that, like Herod, but the final track is to me is an absolute classic. And if ever you want to listen to real post rock, instrumental post rock, 3 guitars going at it, listen to Mogwai Fear Satan. There's some great live tracks on, live versions on YouTube. If you just Google it, you'll find them. And their second album from '99, was it, I think, and is Mogwai, Come On Die Young, with the very sort of slightly, what do you call it, disturbing picture on the front, which is always been there, and that's in white double. Now, I as anyone who might have looked at some of my video posts on here, I'm quite into post rock, and I did a little series on them, of which one was all about Mogwai, and they produced 10 studio albums over the years. And I've managed to collect all of them, off and on. I've got them in CD and various other formats as well. But I managed to collect them all in vinyl, except for these 2, which I've never seen one at a non-ridiculous price, to be honest. And a few months ago, I got an email from their Bandcamp site. Saying they've got a new, they're reissuing these in February. So I put in a pre-order direct from the band, and they arrived a couple of weeks ago, and I'm really chuffed with them. So I'm now complete in terms of studio albums for Mogwai. I also have their box set from their 20-year anniversary in 2017, which obviously sort of misses off the last couple of studio albums they've done. They also they've got shed loads of soundtrack stuff, and I've got quite a bit of that on vinyl, not on vinyl, on digital, but I'm not into soundtrack enough to fork out for vinyl for it. So as far as I'm concerned, that I'm now complete as far as Mogwai is concerned until their next album. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.